Hello everyone and welcome to Module 8 from Rough Draft to Final Draft in LOS 299 Writing in the Major. This week we'll be working on making edits from your rough draft to get you a little bit closer to your final draft. Please note that we still have a couple more weeks in the semester, so you're not going to quite be at your final draft yet, but you will be getting a lot closer. So I'll be working over the next day or two to give you guys feedback on the rough drafts that you guys just turned in. So please be looking for that, and please incorporate that feedback into your next draft. So for this week, make sure that you go out there and you do the Module 8 reading, and in addition, look at the Module 8 online resource. This resource is going to give you some really good information on things to think about for revising your rough draft. It's going to give you how to look at your rough draft from 3 different lenses: from a reading of organization standpoint, from a paragraphs and sentences standpoint, and then from a content standpoint. So some really good information as you guys go to revise. As you guys are revising, I want you guys to think about a couple of things. These are things that I'll be looking for from your rough draft as you guys move into your final draft. So obviously your rough draft may not have all of these, and that's okay because it's your rough draft, but as you guys move into that final draft that you guys will be turning in at the end of the week, make sure that you have these things. So a thesis statement, it should be strong and it should be clear. If I can't find your thesis statement on your introduction paragraph, I will be making comments on that, so that way we can really enhance those thesis statements and make them strong, so that way you really have a good start to your paper. The next thing I'll be looking for is topic sentences. Your topic sentences should directly tie back to your thesis. Every single one of your topic sentences in your paragraphs should be a support statement for your thesis. And this is what you really should be pulling from your outline. Those topic sentences need to be supported by information in the paragraph. It is really easy when you gathered so much information to kind of veer off and talk about multiple things within a paragraph, but make sure whatever you talk about, it directly ties back to that topic sentence. Next, citations. Again, this isn't something that is going to be super important for the rough drafts that you guys just turned in, but as you guys are moving towards your final draft, you should be having those in-text citations along with your reference page. And those should match. So if you have a Smith 2020 in an in-text citations, I should be able to find that Smith 2020 on your reference page and vice versa. And don't forget that they do need to be scholarly sources. So if you have some other outside sources that are not necessarily scholarly but are considered credible, you can use those to enhance your paper, but you need to still make sure that at the end of this, you have the minimum number of scholarly sources. The next thing I'll be looking at is APA format. So making sure that you have that title page for the 7th edition of APA. Make sure if you're using headings that they're correct as far as the APA requirements on those, and that you're using formal writing. So your formal writing is going to be things like avoiding contractions, avoiding first and second person. Make sure that you're using formal word choice and those types of things. So really keeping to that college level writing. And then finally, I'm going to be checking for updates based on my feedback. So the feedback that I'm going to be giving you in the next couple of days, make sure that you're including that and that you're making those changes for your next draft. All right, guys, last thing, I want to kind of go over the schedule with you as we are getting very close to the end of the semester. So we are here in Module 8 with your draft being due at the end of the week. Coming up, you have your grammar check. So it's really important that the only thing, again, that I'm really concerned about being turned in on time is your grammar check, because this is how I'm going to assign your peer editing assignments. So this week you'll turn in that draft, then you will use my feedback from your draft along with the grammar check to make a new draft, and then that is what you're going to be using for your peer editing, which I will assign you. After you get your notes back from your peers, you will have Thanksgiving break, and you will have the week after Thanksgiving in case you don't want to work on your paper over Thanksgiving break to finalize your paper. During this last week, I will be accepting if you guys have any questions, if there's any parts of your drafts you want me to look at again, just to get any, make any final changes, with your final paper being due on Friday, December 9th. So please note that is a Friday and not our normally Sunday submission. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have for you. I look forward to reading your drafts, and I hope you have a wonderful week.